Today in our old stamps, in our groups of old stamps, we're visiting Brazil. Look at these, aren't they beauty? Now that top row, those are some really nice old ones. You'll see some of these on some of the auction sites. They're really cool. You have your 300, 400, 1000. Then in your second row, you have your green, purple, and green. And let's see, can't quite see the first green because the cancellation kind of takes care of that. This purple is 50 cents. And the last green is $2. I'm not sure about that first one. Okay, so let's take a look at our second group. There's a couple of really big ones here. Now look at that. Now that first one's interesting. It's 100. Very interesting, and to have it, you know, in 4 different, well, not quite corners because they're not all the way to the corners down here. But to have the 100 written 4 times on the stamp, that's pretty cool. Just like the blue one, that's 200. Now that's also very cool. Those are the old times. They really made sure you've seen how much. Okay. And then you have the brown and white. Then look at that second row. That Brazil one, I think, might be a, what do they call it, tax transfer. That is a really, really interesting stamp. I haven't come across that one, trying to find out a value and stuff. So if you happen to know, by all means, leave it in a comment. Okay, and then you have the 800. And that one's a 1964, so that's not so old. Not like that first one. That first one, the Brazil one. Ooh. Very, very nice. Okay, now let's go check out our third group. Here's the third group here. So we have the green, which is 10 cents. You have your burgundy, which is 20 cents. Then when you get to the second row, you have the deep hunter green for 30 cents. 50 cents for your purple. And $1 for your brown. That's quite a cool collection. Now let's take you to the last group in these groups of Brazil vintage stamps. Now look at that. That bottom row, those stamps there are very nice stamps, and they have some really good value to them. But let's start with that first one. That first one on top is 5,000. Now I haven't seen that one around either, so can't tell you too much about it. Then we get into the second row, which are our valuable ones. They're beautiful. You have a 5 cents. You have a, in burgundy, a 20 in black and white. If you notice, hers is a little different because there is a plane on the horizon. You see how there's no plane here? But over here, look, there's a plane right there. And then your last one also has a plane. And that's $1. Little hard to see, but if you look, you see the plane right over the moon. You notice on these two, the moon's a little more towards the side instead of the horizon, like the burgundy one. They're a little off to the side with a plane going right over them. So that is very important to check out. Kind of like these. Alright. Hope you've enjoyed my bringing these to you. Be sure to sub me, join me as a friend. And we'll bring you some more of the old vintage stamps. Have a lot of them. And it's time, of course, to liquidate them, so I'm putting them in groups. I've reached the age to pass it on. Alrighty, bye-bye now.